Hey, what's going on everyone? Channel151 here, and I'm going to bring you this Defiance review. Now, I know this is very late. This game came out over a month ago, and I got it about 2 weeks after it came out, but I have just been so busy with school and all that that I just had not had time with this. But I picked it up one day after work, I played it for a while, and it was relatively not terrible at first, but then I really started to notice the huge gaps in the game. There are a lot of issues with the game, and I want to explain those to you guys. So, if you haven't bought the game yet, or if you're if you have the game, what could have been done better, and I'll discuss those. Now, Defiance is a game, a sci-fi shooter MMO, which I believe is one of the first on the Xbox. I know there was an MMO for the PS3, MAG, and that was kind of a failure also. And this seems to be a failure as well. Here's one. The the graphics are okay, the sound is okay, but there is no story. The story is terrible. The story is explained through cutscenes and everything like normal games, but these cutscenes aren't done that well. And they mention things and say things that they assume that we know. Like it doesn't really make sense. It's poorly designed. The lip sync and everything in the cutscenes aren't even that good. They're poorly rendered and it's just disappointing. I won't say it was lazy. I would say it was rushed. I think they rushed this game to fit the show, which is on Sci-fi. Now I've watched the first episode of the show and it's okay. It's not bad. Apparently they explain more in episode 2 and 3, and I haven't watched those just yet, but I will soon. And it's disappointing that this game did so bad because I really like sci-fi. It's like I'm a huge sci-fi fan. I'm almost like a fanatic when it comes to sci-fi, as you can tell with Halo and Gears of War, even though that's not really sci-fi, but this game just didn't do good. It was put out. This is pretty much a beta that they just put out and demanded $60, and I paid full price for it, which is dumb. I haven't played it in many weeks, and I won't suggest it to anyone. It's just not that good of a game. There are a lot of little issues that really make it a bad game. Like here's even this. When I first got the game, I had to update it, right? But I had to do like 50 patch notes. It was stupid. It took so long to update. And I don't feel like the game runs that well with these updates. If without the updates, this game must be unplayable. Literally unplayable. The main menu, it has no music. Now I know that's like a really small problem, probably a lot of people didn't realize it, but when you're at the main menu, it has Defiance and you have to press start to do it. There's no music. There's no sound. Like I thought my sound was broken at first, but my friend Cookie confirmed no, there's no music. So it's like, really? You couldn't even put like one of your main songs from the game into the menu to make it your main menu song? That is lazy. That is boring. It was dumb. And I do like that there is an XP bar at the bottom. I always like that. It's just a personal thing. The enemies in the game, they were okay, but they got very repetitive with just skin changes. The weapons, the game's dominated by shotguns and snipers, really, from what I could tell at the point I was playing. Now, as I said, I haven't played this game in weeks, so probably all the stats and everything have changed completely. I don't know. And I do apologize that this review is so late, but I just have not had time, as I said. The graphics, as I mentioned, are but since it is an MMO, I'll give it that. It takes a lot of effort to design even this much on an MMO. There is a lot in this game to do, but almost all the missions seem the exact same. Receive orders, go to this area, kill 10 people, release a hostage, plant a bomb, etc, etc, etc. Repeat, repeat, repeat. That's what all the missions are. There's nothing different, like infiltrate this enemy compound stealthily to take a rare resource, or take the combat to the enemy and mass attack an enemy base or whatever. There's none of that, and it gets boring. It gets really repetitive. Pop-ins are very bad, and the ego that you see in the corner there, that is a crappy Cortana. It's a watered down Cortana. The voicing is not that good. The voice acting in this game is not that good. And to present this universe to people, the Defiance universe, to people that have never heard of it or anything, it's a brand new IP. They did a poor job. I'm not interested in the story because there is none. It frustrated me. I had to keep listening to dialogue and looking up stuff on Google just to understand what was really happening. Because I'm one of those people that would really like to know what they're playing. Like before new games come out, I research as much of it as possible so I feel informed and have more fun with the story. Because I like to read and I like to know stories. There is none in this, and that disappoints me. This game, it had potential to be at least pretty decent, but it just fails. There's just nothing there. The multiplayer is playing by like connection's really bad. It was so bad that I would be with my friend, I would see him on my screen, but he would not be able to see me, and vice versa. He would be right next to me, he would move a little to the left, bam, I couldn't see him, but he could still see me. He moved a little to his right, bam, I could see him again. The connections was not good. The connections were not good at all. They needed to really iron those out before they released it, but they released it. Again, I think it was to coincide with the TV show. There were some cool ideas like this, you can self-revive. I thought that was a cool idea. But the menu is really weird. Not the menu at the beginning of the game, but like the end-game menu, like when you press start. It's really strange. Just to get off the game, to log off, you have to press start, LB, or left trigger, B button, A, or something like that. It's really confusing. And you can't really add attachments onto your gun due to the menu. Like, it was so confusing. Like, well, okay, where do I go? I don't understand this. There's no... Okay, there is a tutorial at the beginning of the game, but it is terrible. It does not really inform me or tell me what to do at all. It's terrible. Now, if this game had a better story, a little better graphics, but I really won't hold graphics against it, but they should have really focused on the pop-ins. Those are pretty bad. But if they focused on a story, a much better story, better cutscenes, this game would be at least decent on my scale. But it didn't. This game disappointed me a lot. I felt like I really wasted $60. I'm a guy that buys bad games a lot. Like Gears of War Judgment, not really a good game. And look at that helicopter. It isn't hovering, it is shaking. I was looking at it and it wasn't like slowly going up and down like a helicopter would. It was literally shaking. That is so stupid. That is illogical, really. Just if it's shaking. Okay, I won't say illogical, but it didn't look good. It looked really bad. It's supposed to be a futuristic helicopter. It looked terrible. So my final review for this game is a 3.5 out of 10. It's just not a good game. It could have had potential. Now, I did not play this game a lot because I just got bored of it. That was one of the main things. This game's boring. That's a huge problem with games. If it's boring, no one will like it. No one will play it. I don't know how many people are still playing this. I doubt it's that many. So, if you guys like sci-fi shooters, I still even wouldn't suggest this. But if you really do like sci-fi, and you like MMOs, you like shooters, third-person shooters, then test it out, rent it or something, but I wouldn't say buy it. It's not worth that. I will watch the show. I do like the show. They have some good actors in it. But this game is dead. I'm sorry to say it, but this game has no chance, really. Maybe they come out with the Defiance 2 and fix a lot of the issues. Then we'll see, but as of how the game was when I last played it, and how far I got, the game is a 3.5 out of 10. And that's my final score on it. Alright, thank you guys for watching this. Again, I really do apologize for it being so late, and it's not really a huge game. So if you did like this video, please like it, comment on it. If you didn't like the video, tell me why. I realized I did rush this. I just got home from work a couple hours ago. I just wanted to get this out. So anyway guys, thank you for watching this video. Y'all have a good day.